Okay. Watch page, and we should just about be live, I think. Okay, come on. All right, I am live. How about that? How about that for small wonders? Let me just adjust something here. Okay, there we go. We got everything where we need to be. I just need to know that we got video and sound, and we'll get going here. Afternoon, Mark. How are you? Ugh. This is an adventure unto itself here. So, let's get you caught up on what's going on. Hello, Monster X. Can you guys see me? Hear me? Alright, I think we're going to be alright. Let's close that out. Make sure that's going. All is good. Thank you. That's all I needed was a little heads up there, and then we're off and running. Okay, so we're going to attempt to paint this beastie here. I'm going to give you a kind of a rundown of what I've done so far and some of the things that are going on. Number one, my daughter-in-law has just been rushed to the hospital, so we are going to be live for as long as we possibly could. More than likely we'll be on all night tonight waiting this one out. Her water broke while they were out, and my wife is on the way to the hospital with her as we speak, along with my son. Also, we have a really big thunderstorm rolling through, so we're going to try to work with that. If something happens, don't worry about it. We're going to be fine. Sometimes the lights will flicker and it'll knock the internet out for about 5 minutes. I will come back on. So that won't be the end of the stream unless we lose total power, which I severely doubt. All right. Enough about my life situation. Okay. We are in the middle of... This is kind of a go as it... fly by the seat of your kind of pants type of thing. I had something in my head and we're going to go with it. We have a couple different camera angles, so I'm going to explain to you what we're doing here. Okay, first of all, one of the things here is I wanted to base the bottom in a dark gray so we can build it outwards and add certain things. Over here is that kind of, it's like he came out of some kind of portal, and that's real cool. On his back here, which we're going to be working on, right in here, I took some Carisburg Crimson Wash, and that's what I filled these holes with. Okay, I'm not completely done with it. I wanted to see how it looked because I wanted to use that skull that I spray painted him with and kind of work my way out with it. Okay, we're going with a Nurgle green, which is a lighter green, but I had tested in this area here, and let's go to our other camera view so you can see what I'm talking about. Actually on his hind leg here. Hold on here. Now this camera I'm going to be using to kind of do a little bit of everything, so you know you're going to be able to, it's going to move around a lot. We have the ability to take this camera and do whatever we have to and make sure that we do have enough slack here. Okay, sorry about that. But I actually had painted it and then I used a dark wash to see how it would look. I wanted to go with the lighter color and then darken it down and then build him outwards. And you'll see this is a common theme that you've seen me do this with, just not with buckets and buckets of paint. Peter, how are you? Godzilla lover. Steph, Mark, is that my ex sitting on your table? I think so. Dutch, Monster. I'm glad to have everybody here. We're going to get going. We're going to start. Well, we're going to kick this bad boy right in the teeth. All right, so I am taking the paint out of the pot with my brush. So I'm using a Nurgling green just for coverage. Okay, because we have that skull dust over it. So what we want to do is do exactly what we were planning on doing, and that's basically getting as much coverage as we can, you know, getting a base on there, and then of course, whoops, what did I do here? Okay, so basically get enough here. I get a little bit of water. I've got 2 water bins over here, just so I can cut paint with, and all I'm doing is just working areas, like over these areas here. I'm not worried. I just go very lightly over them, and you can see I don't cover them up because they're very deep holes, and that's all I want to do for now. We're going to detail those later on, but all we're doing is just very lightly, especially around those. And if I bleeded over them, it didn't matter, because basically all I'm worried about is getting coverage right now. Coverage. And we're going to be putting a lot of washes into the big boy here. Okay, so you can see how that's kind of working here. And, you know, I actually have to use the camera to see around him, because he's like in a different hemisphere. This is a very big model, and it's an ambitious project to try to do for sure. And who better than me to try and completely screw it up? The worst thing that can happen is it doesn't come out great. You see some of the mistakes I make. But one of the things that I wanted to do, and this was my thought process into doing this project, was to, let me get this paint out of the way, is to basically, if you really think about it, how many people have a airbrush? Now, if I had an airbrush, boom, we'd probably be done, and we'd be talking about this later. You know, we could do it in probably under an hour to do all the coverage. But a lot of people don't have that. So what I wanted to do was really do something where, let me get a little water here. Okay, there we go. And let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. No. But we also have our overhead shot here that we can use, where you can see exactly what I'm doing. And that's just, I'm cutting paint, I'm thinning it out, and we are just doing coverage right now. And we've got the big boy brush. And listen, you really still, you know, you think you don't need your glasses. Yeah, you need your glasses. You need your glasses for everything. And I think sometimes, you know, people think, oh, well, the bigger the model, the easier it is to paint. And well, no, I think that's less true than anything. The smaller the model sometimes hides a lot of things. Okay, hides a lot of mistakes. With this here, you don't get the chance to hide many things. Okay, and because of the amount of detail, and you can see right here, and as I'm going through it, and we're going to come back to the side shot here. What you really want to do here, Adam Harris. Hello, it's been a while since I could catch something live. Not sure I'll paint mine. We'll see how this goes. No green stuff in the seams. Did you glue the wings? The wings aren't even on yet. So, again, we're starting nice and early and really just doing this. I'm trying to do a nice, simple job that you guys would see and be able to do yourselves. And that is what we are attempting to do here. All right. And again, as you can see, I'm almost at a disadvantage because I can't see what I'm doing over there. Okay, as we're going to work our way around here, into that joint there. I know I'm bouncing around, but I see something and then I want to cover it up. Alright, we're going to get under here. And it's going to be hard to keep up with camera angles and stuff like that, but again, we're going to be able to do it. Alright, there we go. And all we're doing, again, just nice and light over these areas, because we're going to do some other stuff with it. We're going to be using a lot of wash with this. As a matter of fact, there's going to be a lot of wash involved in this. And I just want, because I want to keep that in there, and I don't want to lose everything that I kind of worked on. But I'm not worried about filling the holes either with green stuff or with green paint, because it kind of adds something a little bit. Because, you know, I don't know what the heck these things are on him, but he really has some seriously bad acne. Alright, let's turn him a little bit. Oh, I don't want to grab him there. There we go. Alright, and we can move the camera as well. And we can move the camera as well. That's very true. And it's going to be a lot of highlighting. That's for doggone sure. Ugh. Let me just try to get a little comfortable here. And we're doing pretty good. Here comes the rain. So you guys will be hearing it. And of course, right in the middle, it's Florida. There's a thunderstorm every day. Every day. Alright. Hey Rob, good luck with the project. Well, thank you, Chad. This is a big one too. Now, this is one that, you know, again, people would rather just see a spot, a nice empty spot here, and I'm going to work a little bit of paint in there. I always test to make sure that I got it cut enough and it's thin enough on an open area that I've already painted. Alright. And the idea is to get this nice and covered and then get that wash on it. So we're hoping to do that all tonight. I got a feeling that this is going to run into next Wednesday, which will be fine, because guess what? We'll be able to do this together, which would be fine. And we'll save this for Wednesdays, because we're also later on this evening, providing everything goes well. I don't think the baby's going to come that quick, that's for sure. Just taking it very lightly, working our way around. There we go. And just trying to connect the dots here. That's what it really feels like. And on BGG tonight, Board Game Geek on Twitch, I will be going live again tonight. So we're going to take a little break for a few hours, and 8 o'clock Eastern for those of you on the West Coast. And we will do everything that we can. That's for sure. Alright. And there's a lot going on here with this fella. And the idea is to kind of, again, just kind of nice and lightly work our way down. I actually had to physically stand up to do some of this. I mean, I was like, holy cow, do I really have to stand up? Yes, I do. Alright. And we're going to work this down into here. Again, being very careful around these holes, or pustules, or whatever you want to call them this week. And there's a lot going on here with this guy. A lot. And I think the real thing that really gets me is take a small break and go buy more paint. Oh no, I got all the paint I need. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be taking a small, so I can mix about 10 more gallons of paint. Actually, I think I bought all I need. I think we'll be good to finish the project. As you can see, we're doing all right here. We're going to have to touch up certain things, and you know, it's just going to be a little hit or miss. All right. Alright, let me back this up a little bit. There we go. Ah, there. I want to turn this so you guys can so so I can see what I'm doing here. And this back is the biggest pain in the neck right now. But so far so good. I think. It's just taking your time. That's really what it comes down to. Now, I was going to try to do the base coat last night, but man, this is a project and a half. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to tell you. But it's fun. I enjoy doing stuff like this. It's a challenge. All right. And again, don't forget, we will be on Board Game Geek TV on Twitch tonight. From now on, we're going to be doing live paintings, just not this massive. And usually, we'll have a little better plan on what's going on here. Hi, says Big Bang. Freaking awesome. Oh, okay. Thank you. And this bad boy is... he's not eating up a lot of paint, as much paint as I thought he would. Don't get me wrong. He's eating up paint. It's just... I thought we would be going through paint hand over fist. But because I'm thinning the paint out, and I think we're going to be fine paint-wise. I know you can't see what I'm doing here. I'll actually switch when I get towards the top here. But we are getting some coverage, and that's what's most important. Alright. Come on, big boy. Oh, it starts to get a little personal. Okay, we're going to take a little bit more out of our pot here. I'm going to switch the camera angle real quick. Oh, here comes Gabby. Hey, Gab. Is it still storming there? No, it just, every time I seem to go and start painting some kind of Cthulhu figure, the skies open up. And, of course, the Ancient One is not thrilled with being seen on YouTube. I think that's what it comes out to. Now, I just in the area that I've covered so far, I've barely gone through half a pot of paint. So, that's not too bad. Hey, Gab. Little Bella gets so scared, but she's probably in the room. But we definitely got a doozy at hand here. Now, I'm going to take a little of this off. I'm going to take a little water here because I like to break this up a little bit. There we go. Because nothing worse than thick paint, because it doesn't go very far, does it? Alright, let's just take a little bit more water. And I'll show you, I actually have two, whoops. Alright, there we go. I have two water things. I have one that I use just for washes and this main paint, and then I've got another one to the right there that we're going to be using for various other colors that we're going to be doing. And just making sure that I don't have to change the water 9,000 times, which I probably will. Okay, there we go. Alright, so, especially when the paint is like this, I just want to, okay, I'm just going to turn, oh boy, okay, come on, big fella. There we go. And we'll start working up here. As you can see, this is the joint where one of the wings will go in. And I actually have one of the wings are actually drying because we had there we go. And we're going to use a variance of different types of washes that are going to give us different looks, because he's not just, we're going to do a lot of dry brushing, a lot of washing, and that I can promise you for sure. All right, there we go. Oh, big boy. I'll just come over there lightly, and that's the thing that slows you up, is these bumps, these bump-a-lumps that he has in him. Well, we're going to make him totally disgusting, I promise. Totally disgusting. Let's see if I missed anything. The thunder is really adding to the mood of Cthulhu. Yeah, it sure is. Sorry, came in late. What color green are you currently using? The current green is Nurgling Green. And there we go. Nurgling Green from Citadel. I just thought it was the right color for a base. Oh, Gab. He scared the crap out of me. And I know I'm getting the underbelly here. I'm just kind of dancing around trying to find a good groove here for the big boy. And trust me, we will be adding some more wash to this guy, and we've got all kinds of things going on. Anyone else I missed? I was fixing. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, nice and easy. Okay, and it's just a matter of a lot of coverage. It's a lot of coverage. But being smart too. You know, not rushing. You can easily rush this. And the thing is you don't have to do it this way. You can do it about 15. There's like 15 different ways that you can do this and get a great result. Thanks. That will look really good once you do the highlights. Yeah, well, we're going to darken them up first. And I think that's what's really going to help, is that we're going to take a nice dark Athonian camo shade and go over and get in all those recesses and really let that wash take control a little bit. And then we're going to dry brush our way out of this mess for sure. I think that is the way to do it, personally. All right, little area there. And having the camera lights doesn't help all the time, because you think what's camera shade is actually more than that. Hey, Troy. Okay, we're going to go in there. And I'm actually going to physically stand up. As we are painting our way around. Let's see. Oh, Pete. What's up, Pete? Pete, this thing is an undertaking. Pete was like, oh man, I think I'm going to paint my own. Alright, Pete. Okay, Pete. I'm starting to regret painting my own. I'm kidding. This is actually fun. I like big projects, big challenging projects like this. Alright, let's turn the big fella. And let's switch camera angles a little bit. Back up this camera a little bit. How's that look? Hold on. There we go. And boom. Alright, there we go. Let's check from that angle. There we go. So you're going to see that we're going to be working in that area. Maybe I will reconsider. Yeah, I would. And don't forget to check Pete out on the Alaboom tonight. Pete will be on the Alaboom. I will not. Because I am starting at 8 o'clock. And I will be a little bit busy, I think. Painting our big boy here. Alright, let's just get in that groove there. Making sure that we have enough paint. And nice and easy through some of these areas. You gotta go nice and easy, or else you're gonna lose all that work that you did when you were filling these holes with wash. And that's what I did. I used a Carisberg, and went and went into all these pustules and just filled them in. And I think it worked very well, because we can go back now and we can just touch some of these up. And it was smarter to do them ahead of time. Boy, we almost got half this guy painted. Well, I mean half this guy with there we go. Come on. Let's fill that one up. They all don't have to be exactly the same. Alright, there we go. And you can see how we have that pustule thing working, but we're gonna layer all that. We've got just exactly just like the thunder said. And the thunder rolled. Alright. Just coming around. And we're gonna go back over with some Carisberg and really bring some of these things to life. I mean, that's where the fun's going to be, folks. That's where the fun's going to be. Highlighting this thing is going to be a real joy. It's getting to the point where you can do that. I want to show you guys something real quick. Like these wings, we've got a nice deep wash in there, but we're gonna drop it. We're gonna drop it. Oh, there we go. Hold on. But you can see, this is what I want. And then I'm gonna lighten that up. Lighten it up. Remember, darken, bring out. And that's how you do things. Hold on, Gabby. Hold on. Jeez. Alright. And then we're just gonna keep plugging along here. They don't like the thunder, my dogs. I don't think any dog likes thunder, because they don't know what the hell it is. They don't go, oh, it's thundering out. No big deal. I'm safe. Alright. Well, we got to get inside this area here, which is, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Alright. Let me clean this brush off a little bit first. Alright. And like I said, we're just going to keep plugging along with the big boy here. Now, how do we want to do this? Well, I'm going to move the camera. Move this over here, the microphone. And we'll move the camera over here. There, so you can see where I'm working here. If I get a little soft in the voice there, that's because I got the camera outside. I mean, the whatchamacallit outside there. But I do want you guys to see what I'm doing. And we're doing all right here. I mean, this is something else. Okay, so we're just about done with a pot of, oh, let's get that over there. That's the one thing, you know, where I prefer like an army painter or a Vallejo, or, you know, I love Citadel paints, but I do not like these little pot things, because you know, you can't, well, I mean, yeah, I always suggest them for beginners, because, but if you ever wanted to get a lot of paint out there and you had something where you had a lot of coverage, well, it's not as easy as you think to get out there. All right, so we're going to be done with pot number 1. Let's just get some water in here and cut this in half. All right. There we go. Talk about a bad case of body acne. I know. I mean, my man here, he should have went and got some help early, but he didn't. And this is what happens. All right. When I got a lot on my brush like this, I pick a wide open area and just try to get as much as I can off. Okay. I want to clean this brush for a second, so we have more control. And that's what it's all about, is control, folks. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, there we go. I knew I didn't have enough. You could just feel when the paint isn't right. Look at that butt. And the model looks good too. Oh, that Chad, he's funny. He's funny. That guy, that dude. Somebody call Batman. We found the Joker. Woo-wee. Chad. All right, and around this acne, because you want to really bring out the acne in his butt, and I think it's really important, because not only is butt acne, you know, important, you know, listen, the only way you can help certain people is to bring out, you know, like a poster child for butt acne. And my man here has some serious butt acne, so we really want to highlight it. So, you know, in the future, this doesn't happen to one of you or someone that you love. And that is what we really are trying to prevent here. There we go. But this is just coverage right now, because, again, for those of you that are coming in a little late, there we go. We got in there. All right. Without making too much of a childish joke out of it. Of course not. We had to kill it a little bit. And what we're just trying to do is get these base coats on so we can start our build. And that's what we want to do. We want to get this on there, and we want to build. We want to build outwards. Barnacle butt. Yeah. Definitely barnacle butt. Alright, so and from using the brush, believe it or not, your arm gets a little sore here. So I actually switched hands here for a second. Hi, Gam. What's the matter, girl? It's okay. It's only just stopping to see if you ran out of paint yet. Nope, not yet. Check back. Thanks for coming by. But the real lesson here is just taking your time with coverage, you know, and getting a good paint that you can build with, okay? And this is going to work perfectly, because we are going to build outwards with this. through this wonderful storm while my granddaughter's being born in it. And while I sit anxiously awaiting to see if everything's okay, and that's the most important thing. But it's early on; they're on their way now. So, and of course, it's got to be during a time where there's a rush hour and everything else, and they're just trying to get her there. Her water broke, and game on, folks. Game on, as we say. And we're just looking forward to my wife's there for the duration. Support my daughter-in-law. And I am the grandfather that is waiting to find out how everything went. So we're going to hold our breath and just pray that everything goes well. So good thoughts from those of you out there. We can use them. Let's see who this is. Who would interrupt me during a major stream? Hello? Hello? It's one of those. How many of you get a call and it's, hi, hello, hi, and then, you know, all of a sudden you just wait and they want to talk and sell you something? It's actually getting worse. And we thought we were safe because we put our phones on that list, but that list don't mean nothing anymore. And they found a way around it. The do not call list, as they call it. All right. I'm just looking for little areas here that I may have missed. But we are definitely in the process here. All right. Yeah, the new proactive spokesmodel is, you just like to say, listen, folks, don't be like me. When I was a kid, I didn't wash my face. I just ran around destroying cities and towns. And basically, that was my thing. That's what I was into. So how many of you have one of these beasts? That's what I like to hear from. Because you can do this. I mean, if I can do this, you can do this. I'm just hoping the brush holds out. I'm not worried about the paint. I'm worried about the brush holding out. All right. Oh, this is going to make me stand, aren't you? And so far, this is just... so I'm going to stand here. And let's go to our overhead. Top down, boom. And, yeah, we're going to work my man's head here. Which, I've got a few ideas what we're going to do here. And... actually, I'm going to try to scrape out a little bit more here. Hey, Casey. Always like saying hi to everybody. The best that we can. How's that wonderful wife of yours? I hope everything is well. That's important. And I'm trying to bleed everything I can out of this one pot because I don't want to open up the next one. But I don't think we really have much choice in that, do we? And I'm just using a crappy brush that I can just that I just found. There we go. I'll cut that a little bit. Public surface. Okay, all right. I've ordered one with the Kickstarter. Haven't received it yet, though. All right. Should be coming soon. They wanted to get all these out of the warehouse because they weren't going to let these sit around while the game is coming. And a lot of people got theirs early, so congratulations. you get the expansion, and now, all right, let's get over here. We're actually going to turn him around very soon. His fingernails we are going to paint with Xandri dust. We're going to get those all disgusting. Because if he doesn't take care of his butt, he's not taking care of his nails. Right? Alright. And here we are just filling this area. And I really think the Nurgle paint works very well for what I want it to do right now. And that's coverage. Alright, because we are going to darken this up big time. And that's what it really comes down to. And then we're going to bring all these pustules to life. Just got a lot. There's just a lot of things that are going on with the big boy here. And it's you know, this is not a hard job. It's just a long job. And you got to be willing to put the time in it. Is it worth it for you to go out and get a airbrush? Well, if you're going to be painting a lot, maybe. But if you just want to paint, and I think it's always better when you can personally paint it with a brush personally. It's more personal. You know? Each stroke that you make is yours. And yeah, it saves a lot of time with an airbrush. But I think doing it this way. No, let's see. Let's change camera angles. There we go. Thank God for these posts. It's the only thing that's saving us here. So I'm hoping everything goes all right, and we're able to go on Board Game Geek tonight. That'll be 8 o'clock Eastern. And we are using a lot of paint here. That's okay. That's what we're supposed to do. That is what we are supposed to do. Use a lot of paint. I'm just scraping out the last of this. I haven't given up on this bottle yet. Keith, how are you? Hi, Rob. Are you going to use any contrast paints? No, I'm not. I decided against it. I was going to try to do this whole thing in contrast paints. I just, I didn't see it. You know, it's a funny thing. I think you have a vision, you have something in your head, and in order to do it, you want to do it a certain way. And I looked at this guy, and I just said, well, I could try to do it this way, or I can just do it this way. And I think what I would have loved to have figured out how to do it in contrast paints, so that would make it even easier for you guys, because a lot of the reason for this is so you guys that want to paint, all right, you know, the beginners, I'm basically building you a blueprint, and that's all I try to do, is build you a nice blueprint where you can come over this and just do it yourselves, because I believe you guys can do it, and it's such a wonderful experience to do something like this, and it's a lot of fun. And not only that, you know, maybe the next great painters out there, you know, the next Sinestro or one of those guys, or Mr. Paint It, or whatever his name is. I forgot what his name is. Dr. Faust. Yeah, he's a really good painter. You know, maybe the next one of you guys are out there. And then you just pick up a brush and you said, well, you know something, I saw Rob do it. If that old guy can do it with his hands and his eyes bad, well, guess what? I can do it too. Woof. And next thing you know, you're picking up a brush and you're painting away. Now, we covered all this so far with just one pot of paint. So, yeah, you know, we're thinking, oh my God, we're going to go through 25 pots of paint. There's going to be a paint shortage. What do we do? Should we call in the National Guard? Nope. And it didn't take us very long. How long have we been doing this? 47 minutes. Not bad. That's not bad. Okay? Some people barely get a base coat on a smaller model in 47 minutes. Come on now. We're moving pretty good here. And that's good. That's what we want to hear. Timing is everything. Alright, let's get this hand squared away. I know you can't see it. It was just something that was irritating me. You'll have little things that you'll just notice that you missed. And it'll drive you bonkers. Like in there. And I missed in there. Alright. Not bad, huh? Not bad so far. Just for base paints. Let's go over here. Over this arm. We've got this hand that we got to do. There's still a lot we've got to accomplish here. We're just going to go over that. I'm not worried about his eyes and all that other stuff yet. We're going to paint over that. Right now, we are just going for the most important thing, and that's coverage. Coverage, coverage, coverage. Now, if you notice his tusks, I took, or his tentacles in the front here, don't mind them. It's just a minor... I just went over it very quickly with a little bit of wash because I want that wash to be the underneath, and then I'm going to build outwards and really lighten those up and bring those out to life, as we say. All right, let's turn. Okay, there we go, big boy. Come on. Work with me here. Pose. Smile for the peeps. And we're moving along here. You know, usually I'm a lot more talkative. I think I'm just under a lot of stress with the granddaughter. Now, as you know, my granddaughter, my daughter-in-law, has cystic fibrosis. So her having this baby is a complete miracle unto itself. So we're praying for good things. And one of the things I like to say is that a friend of mine, who you might know, Steve, from After Further Review, we put together a t-shirt for cystic fibrosis, and all proceeds we are donating to cystic fibrosis, as well as this guy. Will probably, one of these guys that I'm going to be doing will, because I think I'm going to do like one or two of these guys, but one of them that's mine is going to be donated more or less to an auction to raise money for cystic fibrosis. So you get them all painted up and we'll give the money to cystic fibrosis. After all, it's better to give. Giving makes you feel good. And something like this, you know, somebody who I know there's a lot of you out there that are very excited for this. Now, this is just Carisburg Crimson, and I just put that over. I just wanted to get that on there. It looks like hell. Don't worry. We have a complete plan. Has your daughter-in-law had the baby? If so, how are the baby's lungs? Fortunately, to say, and I'm sorry if I missed reading some of the stuff. The brain's here. Did I just tune into Rob painting his butt? Yes, you did. Hey, somebody got to do it. The baby's lungs are good. She is 7 pounds change so far. They were going to take her early tomorrow, so she was going in for induction tomorrow regardless. All right, folks, there it is. First pot of paint gone, for the green at least. For this bottom piece, I went through 3 pots of paint, which wasn't too bad. And we're doing all right here. We're doing okay, aren't we? All right, so let's clean off this brush a little bit. Let's clean off this brush. Oh, boy. So you're going to see all right, so we're going to take, do we have another Nurgle? Oh, you want to know something? That was one of my old Nurgles. Nice. So that was almost a half a pot of paint. How about that, huh? Her lungs are good. It's kind of funny how it shifts, because first here. Hold on. I'm talking to you guys, so at first, the baby was the problem, okay? But as time goes on, it kind of shifts. Now we're worried about her because of her lung capacity and having to push. And what's the most important thing about pushing out a baby? You gotta breathe, okay? So if I seem a little quiet at times, I apologize. I'm painting with a lot on my mind, but you know something? I'm glad I'm here with you guys. I mean, where would I rather be? Nowhere. I could be sitting there and worrying, but the most important thing I'm doing is I'm painting, I'm enjoying myself. We're doing this incredible project. I mean, I hope it turns out nice. I mean, there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees in life, as you all know. And we're just going to do the best we can. We want to do a nice job for Cool Mini or not. I mean, how do we get really cool stuff? Well, it's CMON now. I'm sorry. And honestly, one of the things that we really enjoy doing is painting a lot of their stuff. And I really enjoy their work, everything that they put out. I'm looking forward to a Star Arcadia quest. That's a big one for me because I'm a big Arcadia quest fan, as you know. Oh, you know what? Nobody wants to look at me. Let's look at what I'm painting here. And let's just adjust this camera. That's one of the best things about having a kind of, not so much a static cam, but a cam that I can kind of move around and do a few things with. And that's painting some of these areas here. Getting in here. You know, the one thing about this, I gotta take this piece of gum out of my mouth. Excuse me for a minute. I know it's rude. I apologize. All right. But one of the nice things about doing a job like this is, it just sets up that anticipation of that game when it finally comes. Once you got this guy all set, I mean, usually you're waiting afterwards, and then I'm kind of, this game wasn't on my radar. Well, it is now. It is now, just because of this guy. I really, really am excited to see what happens and how this game plays. And like I said, I've always been a fan of CMON's games, and that isn't going to change anytime soon. And I think most of you guys are, let's be honest. I mean, everybody likes Zombicide. If you're going to, all right, there we go, nice and easy. Remember what I told you? If you get that wash in there, just go over it nice and easy, nice and easy. Let's do a little sunshine. Let's take care of a little bit of sunshine underneath here. Okay. And it looks so good in 1080p. Hey, you know, we really do try. This is a channel that is probably one of the most unprofessional channels and most not watched channels on the planet. But we keep trying every day. Every day there's a new video. We got a new video tomorrow. We do live plays. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And then you can cancel later. It's okay. Once you find out what it's really about. Alright, let's get underneath here. And I know you can't see that, but right now I'm just scrubbing. And use an old brush with this. I went to Hobby Lobby and got some cheapo brushes. That's all you need. Don't waste your good brushes on this guy. All right. For $8.99, you can get a whole pack of these guys, and you're off to the races. Well, I was kind of showing you that. All right, let me come back down here. I'm sorry, I kind of got away from it. And what we're trying to do is work our way around and get where we need to be, right? Look at that. See, this is right here. Oh, hold on. Come on, Rob. Get the camera angles right. Ah, there we go. There we go. Right here, right in this area. That's where that wash we're going to put in later is really gonna turn out. Sounds like you are having a better day painting than yesterday. We're getting there. We're getting there. Baby steps, right? Can't win them all. Can't win them all. All right, let's get a little bit more water here. And welcome, John. Chris, how are you? I see you, Chris. Chris Chong. I ordered Zombicide 2 from Miniature Market just to have a bunch of minis to paint. Well, there you go. See, and they got that really good sale going on. My boys at Miniature Market. Sponsor of Rob's Tabletop World. They were the only people stupid enough and blind enough to want to sponsor this channel. I tell you, what a great bunch of people, though. And I'm not saying that because they're my sponsors. I'm saying it because I've gotten to know them over the years, and they have just done so many wonderful and fantastic things for a lot of you out there. You know, especially people that are fans of this channel, all three of you, and they've taken very good care of those people. Bump, bump, bump. All right. We are. See, this is what I'm talking about. When we get this base coat in here, all right. When we get this base coat, how exciting it's going to be when we put the wash in and it gets into those recesses and we start bringing out the musculature. I butchered that word. Don't worry about it. But it's really going to do so. I'm hoping GW has some paints for sale at Gen Con. I'm sure they will. I'm sure somebody will. I know GW will be there, so it'd be kind of interesting to see what they got cooking in their. All right, we're taking a bunch of paint out here, and we're getting ready to really get busy here. Get busy living, or get busy dying. Of course, I think I'm wearing more paint than I am anything else right now. Go. I know, Gab, you're going to come out and you're going to tell me, hey, when are we going to eat? Hi, Gab. My German Shepherd comes by just to say hello. Hi. How are you? Yes, I love you too. That is my buddy. Why don't you lay down and just chill out? I just got a little while longer to go. And there we go. Oops. See, I'm not worried about getting in here as much. And I can wipe that right off. There we go. I got to paint that anyway, so it's not a big deal. And really want to get in there. And that's not going to be an easy task. But hey, we're going to make it the best we can. And it really just becomes a matter of just however you can get in there without messing everything up. There we go. And that's why I suggest get yourself some cheap brushes so you can get in there. Alright. Hold on, girls. What time is it? 5:33. Okay, cool. Alright. And again, nice and easy. Nice and easy. And we want to go about an hour and a half. And then join me tonight. Tonight is going to be good because even though I may sign off for a little bit, I'm going to recharge, get something to eat, and then I'm going to come back, probably get this to where we need to get it, and then we'll start prepping for tonight's live stream on, yes, Board Game Geek. And that'll be 8 o'clock Eastern. For those of you on the West Coast, I think that's sometime before 8 o'clock. There we go. Alright. What are you doing? Hey. Get over here. Don't. You're always up to no good. I see you're chewing on something. Ugh, they're like children. Just want to zip that in there a little bit, because of course, there we go. Alright, and again, we're coming over this area just nice and easy. Nice and easy. Got a little watery there, but we can make it work. And working on the foot over here. I know you guys can't see it. Let's work his hand here. There we go. Let's see, 6 Mountain. Okay, there you go. 5 Pacific, 7 Central, 6 Mountain. Join us on, it's not Twitter, it's Twitch. Twitch tonight on Board Game Geek TV. Their first live painting session ever. Okay, and guess who's doing it? It's me. But guess what? It's not a one-time shot. Every Wednesday, except for when I'm at Gen Con. With my boy Keith, my roommate, my soul brother, my brother from another mother. As we will be at Gen Con doing it up. But guess what? We will not be painting live. But next week we're going to be painting live. And when we come back from Gen Con, we're going to be painting live. And guess what? There's going to be some surprise live paintings as well. Why? Because we can, folks. Because we can. And we're going to really ramp up painting live on Board Game Geek. I think you know, the last year I've been doing the Color Your Worlds. We did the tutorials. We went and we took everything as far as we could, and we worked all our everything to this moment that we can start doing it. And so what do we start with? We start with this behemoth. And I think it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea. You know, I can't thank Aldi enough for the opportunity. Probably one of the best leaders I've worked for. By the way, folks, if there's a way that you can write to Gamma and say Aldi for Hall of Fame. If there's one man that deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, it is Scott Alden. For everything that he's done. There's board gaming doesn't, I'll be honest with you, modern board gaming would not be the way it is if it wasn't for Board Game Geek. That site is amazing, and I really think you guys are missing out if you're not voting for the guy that really deserves to be in there. I mean, a lot of everybody in there that's in there deserves to be in there. I don't have a problem with anybody that's in there, but I know Scott belongs in there. I know he does. I'm not just saying it because he's my boss or anything like that. I'm saying it because, you know something, every single person that makes content, okay, uses Board Game Geek. Every single person. Big, small, little, and different. I was watching a video and, you know, somebody says, oh yeah, well it says on the Geek. Well, yeah, why? Think of all that information that's available to you now. Thank you, Scott. The guy belongs in the Hall of Fame, folks. And if he doesn't get in there, it's an injustice. That's all I'm saying. That's my opinion. Who would you guys put in the Board Gaming Hall of Fame? There's a good answer. That's not in there. Man, we are doing all right here. We're doing all right. Okay, just getting around his face here. And just about 2 pots of paint. To get the base color. See, I'm setting us up for tonight. I'm setting us up. Because tonight's going to be good. I'm going to go a couple hours, I think, tonight. Past my bedtime. Because, folks, guess what? Usually I'm in bed by 8 o'clock because I'm up at 4. Because guess where I am at 4 o'clock? I'd vote for you, Rob. Oh, thank you. But I'll never make the Hall of Fame. I haven't done anything that makes a difference in board gaming. You know, I'm not a Rodney Smith or a Chaz Marler or, geez, you know, I can, you know, Guerrilla Gaming. There's another guy that's done a lot of things, you know. I got a nice little channel here, but I'll be honest with you, if you know you're gonna talk about board gamers that go in, you know, people I would like to see. I'd like to see Rodney get in there one day. I think Rodney has a great chance with his body of work that he's creating. I think he's a few years away from it because, you know, you still got to do it. Rotto's another one that probably will find his way in there. Tom Vassell, you can't forget him. Can't forget Tom. You know, he's definitely deserving. Everything that he's done with the Dice Tower and how far he's taken that. You know. And, but before everybody, I really feel it should be Scott. Don't forget hit that like. That's right, Scott Wow. Speaking of greatness, our good friend Scott Alden is in the house. We were just talking about the Hall of Fame, and guess what? Poof, he pops up. Vote for him, folks, and make sure you thank him while he's here. Thank him so much for having such a wonderful site that we can utilize. you know? And all the wonderful work you guys do. You know, you have no idea how much work goes into Gen Con, you know, so we can bring all those previews so you guys can kind of figure out where to go with this. Look at that butt. Not bad. I'm going to call it 2 pots. I really am. 2 pots of paint for the body. Maybe have to do a little bit a touch up here and there. You know, my eyes aren't the greatest, but we'll get there. And thank you, Scott. Now we're getting this ready. We're getting this ready because I'm telling you right now, you're going to want to turn into Twitch tonight because it is on like Donkey Kong. We're going to be doing, and we're going to be having some fun with this because we're going to start doing some of the things that you really want to see. Right here, we're doing kind of the bulwark, but I'm kind of talking you through it, giving you some ideas on what I want to do, how I want to do it, and things like that. Was that my head that just hit the camera? All right. And listen, old brush. Barbara, how are you? Truth, we have nothing if it wasn't for BGG. Thanks, Scott. There you go. See? I wasn't just preaching to the choir. We have nothing. And, you know, to have an opportunity like this where I can just go on there and just share my passion with you. How much I love to teach people how to paint. I really do. It's not about me showing off. It's about me coming up with ideas and giving you blueprints to do your own stuff. So that way nobody asks me to paint stuff for them. See? It's a little selfish. I know it sounds that way. But honestly, I think you all should pick up a paintbrush and just see that there's another form of the art out there. This isn't bad. What time do we got? Oh, 44? We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Oh, I do got to do those wings. And that is going to be a pain in the neck. But that's all right. It's actually a good thing because I can actually kind of get away from this. I'm going to stand up here for a second and check the top of his helmet. And just bear with me. I'm not going to switch the camera over for this, but I'm just want to make sure that I got in this area here. We're going to be using a lot of wash here very shortly. And we're going to be dry brushing until the cows come home. And we're going to be doing a few other things. All right. I don't think anybody thought I'd even be able to get this covered today. I know Pete was like saying, Rob, just try to get, just, if you have to make it 9 parts, make it 9 parts. No, it's me, Pete. It's me. You know me. You know me. I'll put my mind to it. We'll get it. We'll get it where we got to get it. All right. Bump, 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 bump. Oh. Just what I thought. Yeah, we got a little spot underneath there that we're going to have to do. All right, we can do it. We got 15 minutes. We can get this all done. All right. I think you mean painting the wings. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Look at you, Barb. You're a little superstar. That's what we'd like to hear. But I tell Scott at nauseum, and I think he's sick of hearing it from me, that this has been the best year of gaming for me. And it's because of my association with BGG. I've been working on this channel for 4 years, and I have never had as much enjoyment as I have working with the people from Board Game Geek, and it's really extended what I wanted to do. I really want to really, I'm going to put this on the side here, and I'm going to try to show you guys. We got a little underneath here that we got to take care of. But I think I'm more driven to just do well than ever before. And that's thanks to just having good friends like Keith and Lincoln, and really getting people that get things the way I get it. That there's so much good that we can do with gaming, helping people, making a difference, and being kind to people and bringing people together. And isn't that what it's all about? Don't get me wrong, I like solo gaming, but ultimately it's about just bringing people together, finding a common interest, making new friends. How many people have found each other through this? A ton, that's for sure. Alright. We're mowing along here. And then we're going to have to do the Ushabi bone. There's a lot that's going to go into this, but it's something that you can do. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You can do this. And I'm one of those guys that, even though you're not going to see that, I'm going to paint it. And nobody's going to be looking right there. Because if you are, you're kind of weird. Matter of fact, me looking here makes me feel kind of weird. Alright. Thank you, Scott. That means a lot to me. You have no idea how much it means to hear that coming from you. And it just drives me to just do more. Alright. Come on, big boy. I think he has to make a noise every time he comes down. Something like that. I don't know. Somebody come up with a noise. One of the things I want to show you very quickly, and let me just touch up a couple more areas here. I want to get inside there and right in here. Now here's the wings. We could probably move this guy out of the way. I could probably move this camera down a bit. Okay, so while we're here anyways, and we'll move this forward a bit. But I wanted to show you this. This is kind of, right now this is a base color of a blue glaze. And I just want to make sure that for those of you that are keeping score at home, that, oh, here we go. No, here it is. Okay. It's a Gullman's blue glaze, and I kind of made it a little thicker in this area here. Now, why, you ask? Because he comes out of a portal. So I'm really going to make this really kind of shine. This isn't water. It's going to be a portal that he comes out of. And we're going to make that count. How's that sound? So, there's a lot of multifaceted things that are going on here with our boy here. Now we're just trying to get these wings with this coat here, and then once that dries, we're going to start with our, yeah, you guessed it. Now I can go to a smaller brush for once. Yay. Since the big boy is kind of covered so far. And let's get a look at him from the front there. We got the extra view. Wow, come on, buddy. I mean, that's the base coat. We got a base greens in there. We've got a few more things that we want going on in there. Let's turn them around so you can see what's going on here. I mean, there's a few things that I'm going to have to touch up here and there. You can see all the work that went into those pustules. Where am I going here? Jeez, Rob. Such a loose cannon. There we go. And we can also look from up above, too. What am I doing? I can talk you through it. There we go. You can see some of the pustules, how we filled those in and everything like that. We really have... I always find I miss spots when I'm on underside. Yeah, it's always the underside that you forget. But, you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. We've got just a lot going on with this guy, and we're going to get there. I promise you. I promise you. It may take us 3 episodes, but we will get there. All right. Now, let's take this. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit more Nurgle green out of here. And we're going to use a smaller brush. Get a little water in there. All that in there. What time is it? Oh, almost 6 o'clock. All right, good. Because I got to feed the pups. Pups got to eat. They don't care. They don't care if I want to paint. We got the pups, and then we want to let this dry, and then we're going to come back, and then tonight we are going to start adding some depth. Okay, and how do we do that, Mr. Rob? Well, I will tell you. We're going to do that by simply adding washes. Okay, and that's where we're going to start bringing, and we're going to darken him up, and then we're going to bring them all out. So next Wednesday, which I think is when the next time that we're going to have to do this after this Wednesday, it's going to be a 4-parter, I think. Just to be honest, in my mind right now, I thought maybe I could get it done today, but with the baby and all that stuff, and her being rushed to the hospital, it's kind of hard to concentrate, to be honest with you. But I'm telling you right now, next Wednesday, I think we will be doing the final touches. But don't miss anything tonight. I'm telling you right now, tonight is going to be worth it, because you're going to learn a lot, you're going to see a lot, and we are going to have a lot of fun with this. There's no doubt about it. So you're going to want to be here for what we have planned. Right now we're just trying to get these wings where we want to get them. And that's where we can add the wash to it. That's always important. And of course, don't touch the green area. Ugh. Tell you, the longer you do this, the more you forget the little simple things. And these wings are very impressive. Very impressive. We're going to glue those on. We're going to do the base. I mean, there's a lot of things that we're going to do, but we're really going to make this nice, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. And then when you see the final product, you're going to go, I can do that. Because Rob said I could. And if Rob believes I can do it, well, I can do anything. Because if you can't do it better than me, hey, I'm not that good. I'm not that good. Let's see if I'm missing any comments here. I hate when I miss comments. It's the most awful feeling ever. If somebody takes the time to write you something, you should respond to them, right? Exactly. Alright. So I'm going to check that in a second. Just bear with me, folks. I just want to get this one wing out of my hand. See, it's easier. People don't realize that painting a figure that big is really, really not as easy as it seems. You would think that painting something bigger would be easier. Nope. It's actually harder. Because there's more detail. Yes, the person that answered all the way in the corner there, yes, you are correct. There's more detail. Alright, let me just turn this over. Yeah, I did miss something on this side. I knew it. Let's see. How could you not put Scott in the Hall of Fame? Exactly. The website is the top of every Google. Yeah, everybody's getting it. Everybody understands what I'm trying to say here. The man deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Let's get him in the Hall of Fame. We should start a petition. Start a movement. And get this man in the Hall of Fame, please. me just crank that through there. And that through there. I'm very loosely doing this because of how I'm going to do this. Alright, there we go. Let's get that in there, that there, boom, boom. Alright, because those things there are there. Alright, perfect. That's what I want for now. For now. I'm going to put that over here to dry. Alright. Let's see. I think most everyone goes for any game. And yeah, okay. I always... Yeah, you missed a spot. I read that. Monkey Raph, how are you? I painted a Cthulhu a few years ago. I had a lot of success using different purple washes for undertone. They work really well with green base coat, and also tied mauve tones in. Exactly. It's like you read my mind, dude. Have you? Did you take a look at my little blueprint that I have here, John? John? By the way, John, great to have you here. True pleasure. Always happy to see a lot of people here. Alright, what time do we got? Alright, we still got a couple minutes left. And then we're going to take a scan of the big boy. But I really want to just get this last wing with the base coat on. So that way when we come back later on, we can start doing some of the things that we really want to do on BGG. And that's highlighting, because highlighting is where you start to see things come together and you see where the plan is, you know. Base coat, you go, okay, that's pretty weak. And then it all just comes together with some washes and things like that, and then before you know it, boom, you got yourself a really nice model. Now, I'm not going by any blueprint. I'm just going by what I saw in my head, and that's what we're going to go with. I see things, folks. I see things. Alright, there. And all I'm trying to do, in the smaller brush, it feels so good to use a smaller brush. It's really weird, because I've been using that big brush, and you think, I'd go, oh my god, it feels so good to use a big brush, and you could feel like you have some freedom. But when I came back to this small brush, it's kind of like, oh wow, this feels really good right now, using this smaller brush. And yeah, we made it through 2 pots of paint. That's pretty ridiculous, because a pot of paint usually lasts you for quite some time. And then, you know, you go, oh well, we only use 2 pots of paint. Well, you know, it's $6 a piece. That's like, whoa, that's $12 of paint I just put on this guy. You know? And that stuff ain't cheap. I mean, I probably could have used a cheaper paint, but why skimp, right? Why skimp? Alright. And whoop. But the real deal is when we put the wash over this. And then, you know, we have, it's kind of funny. We want to lighten a wash, but we want to darken our paint. And that's exactly what's going on with this particular part of the figure here. Because these wings, what we really want to do is I want to lighten that wing. Come on. Just trying to get everything I can out of this last pot. There we go. There we go. Stretch it out, folks. Money doesn't grow on trees. Waste not, want not. That's what I say. All right. I'm going to give you a full view of the big boy in a minute. Let me just finish up this here. Let me change a few things just for dramatic pose. All right, there we go. All right. Into there. There we go. And that's done. That's done. That underneath is done. Oh, I missed that spot there. That's why you always double check everything, folks. All right, another wing. So we're going to let that dry over here. All right. Now without the wings. Woo! I can't believe we got it done in an hour and a half. That's not bad. So we filled all in the holes. And we got the base coat of the big fella on. I want to just reach some of those areas with this. Hold on. Ugh. Hold on before I turn him around. I don't want to show him off unless he's right where he should be. Ugh. Well, I missed a spot. Can you believe that? Alright, hold on. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Alright. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Huh? Okay. Hold on. Hold on. It's like he's putting on his makeup. Hold on. He's got a team of people. Okay. All right, so let's take a look. All right. All right. Base coat. On. Bear with me. Base coat. All right. Nurgle green. Crimson. Carlsberg crimson wash in, for just to get the initial color on there. And then of course we have in all these little holes here, we have this in there. It's a nice wash. It gives a different color. It works with the skull white very, very well. It's where we want to get this. We're right where we want to be right now, believe it or not. Now we want to darken this guy up. We are going to do some things, and we're going to darken this guy up big time, and then we're going to come back live at 8 o'clock on Board Game Geek TV on Twitch. Make sure that you tune in. We're going to start darkening him up. We're going to be able to do a few things. We're going to start highlighting a few things, and we're going to start the process of building him out now. The hard part's over. The hard part's over. Now the fun part begins, is where you start to be creative and start to try to make them disgusting and all the other things that you want to be. Right now, very simplified, done exactly the way we want to get it, and we're in a great position to take it to the next level. Listen, I love you all. You know that. All right, I want to thank you all for being here. Don't forget, 8 o'clock tonight, Twitch. Yes, Twitch. And that is Board Game Geek TV. We are going live. You can see it on the page itself, or you can go to Twitch and check it out. And we're going to start working our way to get this guy where we want to get him. And that is where he's just mean and nasty, and we're going to make this thing everything that it needs to do. And hey, I will see you guys very soon. Remember a couple things. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Be nice to somebody, because not only is it going to make you feel good, it's going to make somebody else feel good. And most of all, To the world, you may be one person. But to one person, you just might be the world. And you guys are my world. And I thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, hey, hit that subscribe button. It's not going to hurt you. You may not like it. You can leave. That's okay. It's all right. Just have a great time. And we play a lot of games. We do a lot of painting. We give our opinion on things, which usually isn't very good because I'm such a fanboy of everything. But most of all, we just spend time together. And that's the beauty part about it, is that we get to spend time together. And that is a cherished gift that I appreciate each and every day. Until next time, it is your old pal Rob. We'll see you tonight.